Hello and welcome to Talk Tech. I'm Kristen White, and here on the show with me today I have Daniel Ha, co-founder and CEO of Disqus. So tell me about your company.
Disqus. You said it right.
Oh, good.
Yeah, usually people say
start.
Disqus or Disqus
right,
or
sure.
something. So Disqus it's a web service. It manages, handles, and overall just enhances the comments on various websites. So right now we're on blogs, different newspapers, and other applications. I think we have two different users that it appeals to.
Okay.
So one would be the publishers who install it on their sites or integrate it within their applications. And the other ones are just the visitors that come to these newspapers or blogs and comment on those. So for the publishers, it makes their websites a lot more interactive in the way that comments flow.
Right.
So it's threaded, you can respond to things directly. You can respond to the thing through your phone or your email. So it makes the conversation more lively and it gets more people participating.
That's nice.
For the readers, once you log into Disqus for the first time, it always recognizes you and across all the different sites. So it's a lot easier to go on and just comment somewhere. And you can track those comments and you have the same profile when you go from site to site. Okay.
So what does it look like, kind of the process for a blogger to set up Disqus on their site?
Hopefully pretty simple. You just go to our website. You just follow the steps. So you go through, you drop in a piece of code, or you just throw in a plugin, depending on what sort of platform you're using.
Okay. And then what does the interface look like for the user, for the commenter, when they have an account with Disqus? Or is that how it works? They have an account?
Yeah, they can have an account, or they don't have to at all. So
Okay.
we have people who just come in, they comment as normal on any website, right? You just
Sure.
come on and nothing's different. But once you comment, and you don't even have to realize that Disqus exists, we'll create a profile for you. And that will track all those comments from site to site based on your email address. And since email addresses are not completely secure and private, those comments are left as unverified. So you can go on and say, like, oh, these are my comments, you can verify them, we'll send you an email, you'll click that and it'll lock down that account for you.
Now, how many different kind of sites use Disqus at this point?
We have, I think as of yesterday, there's about 38,000 different sites that have signed up. And total profiles is close to 600,000 or so.
Okay, wow, that's quite a few. So how did you kind of spread the word about Disqus and market it successfully such that you got so many users?
I think it's really great working with bloggers because what they do
They like it, they'll blog about it.
Yeah, they like it, they'll blog about it. They install something and they'll say, hey, check this out, I'm testing it. And if you like it, tell me to keep it, sort of stuff. So we see a lot of that,
Sure.
We get Google alerts coming in and saying, this is a new commenting system to Disqus. In the early days, we did just contact a few of the larger blogs, said, hey, we're doing something, you want to check it out? And a lot of them didn't respond at all.
Oh, really?
But the few did, the few that did installed it, and it just, you can kind of see it spread from there. Someone will use it here, then all those readers that read that website.
So what are some examples of some types of conversations that are enabled by Disqus that kind of wouldn't be possible between commenters, bloggers, readers?
I think what's great is that it doesn't make things possible that weren't possible before. It's not that it changes everything and it changes users' behavior. It's very, very simple and lightweight in how it interacts with the website. So when readers come to it, they don't have to change their behavior at all, and it just works. But they discover new things as they go along, and that's when people respond to them directly. They'll be able to respond on the go through their email or on the phone. They'll be able to track everything they've said. So when someone when they've said something and they want to find it again, they can find that very easily.
Okay.
And if a website goes down, it's disconnected from the place where it originated.
Oh, nice.
Because we're kind of that intermediary service.
Right.
So once a website goes down, they still have all their stuff with us.
So what does kind of the back end look like in terms of the hardware and the software that enables your site?
So we write it in Python on the Django framework. So very, very straightforward web application. Database servers, PostgreSQL. We have a number of web servers and database servers.
Sure. Okay. So you have your own clusters. You don't use anything like Amazon S3.
We don't use Amazon S3. No. We lease machines from an ISP.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So at one point, is that no longer cost effective? Is there a point where you go from leasing to buying in terms of hardware?
I think it's been scaling pretty well. There's a lot of benefits that we get from doing it the way that we do. So there's definitely the method where we just go and buy our own machines and have it in like a colo, but that requires like physical effort and pressing buttons.
Sure. Okay.
Which is not difficult, but we have to leave the office to like maintain stuff.
So were there any challenges then with scaling? Because now you mentioned you have many users at this point.
There was some challenge with scaling. You know, we have gone down a couple times, and you know, just as bloggers are really vocal about spreading the good word of Disqus, they're even louder about saying how much it sucked when it goes down. So you know, it really pains us for every second that we go down. And one of the measures we have is we monitor Twitter for mentions of us. So every time, so when stuff kind of goes down, we kind of measure things in the number of tweets that happen. So it's only a 3-tweet downtime. So only 3 people tweet.
That's how you quantify it. That's interesting. So how many comments go through your system per day?
I would say upwards of 20,000 or so.
20,000?
15 to 20,000.
Okay, wow. That's quite a few.
We started Disqus, Jason Yan and myself. It's got to be early 2007.
Okay.
We might have started talking about it in late 2006, but we just started building some random stuff. But the idea kind of shifted focus a few times, and we started building this version in I think at the very beginning of June. So June 2007, and we were able to push live maybe around August. So it was very quick just to get something out.
Wow, that's really fast.
Yeah, it's a very simple sort of concept to kind of grasp around, and there's a lot of stuff that we had to redo once we sort of got the scale and the sort of use case that people wanted to get into.
Right.
But yeah, exactly. We just pushed out as fast as we can, and we kind of took on, we were very, very open with soliciting feedback and bug reports and just suggestions on where we can take it. Because when we put it out, we don't know where it's going to go.
I noticed that your site is free and that you have no inline ads. So what's your monetization strategy?
So we don't have anything explicit put out right now. And what I've been telling people is that we will not put inline ads.
Okay. I'm sure they like to hear that.
So the best thing I can say right now is that I think we're creating a lot of value for the people that use it. So these publishers, and they're requesting a lot of sort of different functionality that we haven't gotten to yet. So I think that instead of just utilizing the big massive data and demographics that we get in for advertisements, you know, we do something where we build out a product that people will pay for.
Sure.
I think it's a lot simpler, and there is very explicit on how we'll make money.
So how many employees do you have?
Full-time employees, we are 3. We were 4 at the summer. We had an intern that we really liked, but he went back to grad school just a couple weeks ago.
So what sparked the idea for Disqus?
You know, I've been always trying to think of a prototypical like startup story where you're walking down the street and like something hits you in the face. You're like, I need to do comments. But honestly, we're just looking for something to work on.
Yeah.
Jason and I were in school at the time, and we're just working on various stuff together.
Sure.
And this was kind of one of the projects that that had some legs, and we're just playing around with that.
Definitely.
So our backgrounds being, neither of us were bloggers, but we're not detached from the blog community because we read blogs very heavily, and at least personally, I comment on a lot of blogs, and we both participate in a lot of like discussion forums, so we know kind of like the online interaction with, or the interactions of an online community, and how it sucks and how it might be better.